Oh, what about you? I got a TV on the wall in my garage, and a few people have commented on it. So I thought I would do a wee quick video on it. But we'll go into maybe the second half of the video. We'll talk about display resolution of laptops and things like that. So how to get the best out of that. But we'll go into a few of the things here, the wall bracket, especially here, and the reasons why I did what I did. So going to day view for this wee bit. So as we can see, there is, I can't really point in this camera. There's only a few inches between the top of the TV and the ceiling. This is a good high ceiling, so that's well out of the way from me. So if I walk over that, I'm below it. I'm not the tallest, but it's well out of the way. So yeah, I could have put it a wee bit higher to the ceiling, but if you do that, then that reduces, the amount that it's going to drop. So I'll just show you this cover. Again, I'll show all this in a wee minute, all these products, which I do not endorse, as you know, on the channel. So the main advantage of this thing on the wall here, this wall bracket, which is brilliant, by the way. I'm really happy with it. I thought it would have been crap, but it's not. So you can pull it out, and then it drops about a foot. So it drops right down, and that's now at my eye level, the main screen. So my view is about the center there, the top of my head. It's about there now. So this cover, this is sold as an outdoor cover. I wouldn't fancy putting this TV outside, but even this cover on it. But right, so there's a couple of Velcro tabs, stop it from flopping about. You can also, there's a clear plastic thingamabobber underneath it if you want to use that, but yeah, it's not great. But anyway, doesn't matter. This thing here is quite, it's quite durable. It's not cloth, it's woven, and it's all Velcro. There's Velcro everywhere, So the idea of this cover, the reason why I put this cover on, is for if you're grinding or if there's anything like that, welding or anything, you're not gonna wreck this thing. So we pull the cover off. 2 seconds does that, fire it in the ground, and these feet, which come with the TV, they're now handles, so you can move it about. You're not grabbing the screen. You're not grabbing it all the time, putting fingerprints all over it. With your mucky hands. So that's the idea of that. The other big advantage with these feet is, whenever I put it up and park it against the wall again, hits the wall there, so it keeps it off the wall, and I've velcroed the remote there to the arse of it. So yeah, I'll just show you this stand or this bracket thing a wee bit more detail, and I'll show you where I got that. Most of it's off Amazon. The TV was out of the supermarket, and it was a pretty impromptu buy. I was thinking about putting the TV on a wall for a pretty while, but I just saw this one in the supermarket, so I just came out with it. That's it, out from the wall, and but fully up. So if I go over to it, we'll use our handles here. We can see, if I can get it into frame with my head, how much that pulls down. So we'll step back there. So it's down a foot or maybe more there. And yeah, so we'll just show you what's going on here. So there's a gas strut in this arm, and if we just push it up again, that's it, up out of the way, So yeah, pretty happy with that, and it's quite robust. This is pretty good. It's good. It's pretty good steel in here. I don't know if I can take this plastic thing off, which holds the wire. Yeah, it's pretty well constructed. You know, for all the price of it, as expected to be worse quality wise. So this TV, I paid £299 for this TV, and it's an Android TV as opposed to a smart TV. I don't think it really makes an awful lot of difference. This has built-in Chromecast, and I thought it was maybe worth a wee bit extra, maybe just for that. The smart TV with the same make and the same size, this is 40 inches, by the way. A smart TV without Android and built-in Chromecast was $269, and it was sitting beside it on the shelf. So it was $269 for an ordinary one, and this one was $299. But you know, I don't know whether you'll really need that. Well, I just got that. I got that for the sake of it, really. So there's a random channel on YouTube there, and we'll click one I am on. You know, in the garage, this is my extreme wall in the garage, and I need to have a wireless extender for this to work pretty well. So yeah, it's working off the Wi-Fi that's in the place, but I needed an extender to bring it to the far wall in the garage. What I liked about this TV in particular was there's good speakers in this thing. So if I turn that right up, I don't know what that guy's talking about there.
So there we go. So these little bits at the side.
So I'm standing behind the camera and with a microphone on myself. So
there we go.
yeah, there you go.
That's true. So she does like that, and most important for a Scotsman mechanic at the back there is a can holder for the old Babru.
The Babru.
6 screwdrivers in there. Anything you like.
So yeah, a lot of these TVs, the speakers are rubbish in them, but I'm quite happy with this one.
Going to get it for about 80 quid.
So the main advantage with this wall bracket is that it goes up and down, as well as moving all about. You know, so there's multiple pivots on it. The only thing with this particular TV, which I was a bit disappointed about, was over there, the power lead exits. In reality, when you buy this thing, when I bought this thing, the power lead exited about there, where this bracket wanted to bolt onto. So these are 200 mil spacing between these mountings, and yeah, so I had to make a wee change for this power lead to come out the bottom here. So that was the only thing I had to do. Moving across to this side, there's a couple of USB outputs, two inputs, two HDMI's here and an HDMI here. So there's no VGA or display port or anything. So this is, you know, this is for home use really. This is designed for, but this is a fly lead, an HDMI fly lead. This particular one, I got that with an Amazon Fire Stick when I bought an Amazon Fire Stick, but I didn't need it, you know, I didn't use that. So that was lying about, so I put it in. Now the reason why I did that, well, a couple of reasons. It's far handier, you know, just to connect in there then, rather than having to stick your hand around the back. But the other reason is that I have a TV in the living room, and the side port of the HDMI doesn't work anymore, and I think it may be attributed to the fact that, you know, the easy access one, you know, you're connecting in and out all the time, so there's a lot of use on it, and it's maybe wore the pins out or bent the pins or something like that. So this is like a sacrificial fly lead then, because I'm going to be putting my leads in and out here all the time, and that's going to be constantly in there. So yeah, it might be a wee tip there. You know, if you're gonna, whatever one you're going to use the most, maybe don't plug it in and out all the time. So it says Chromecast built in, and you can talk to this thing. 1000 Fahrenheit in centigrade.
1000 degrees Fahrenheit is equivalent to 537.778 degrees Celsius.
So what I'm using to connect this is a 5 meter HDMI cable. So this is a USB 2. There's been a few incarnations of USB, but for all we wanted to do, this one here is great. It's maybe overspec'd, and it's sort of reverse compatible with the previous versions of HDMI 1.4 and all that there. So I'll show you all this stuff where I got it. That's the TV cover there I bought, £22.99 on the Scamazon, and that is the wall mounted bracket, and there we go. So those big arms there, I didn't use them on this TV, so I'll just show you that. But that's it there, £35.99p. This is the box that came in, proper AV. So that's those extended arms for a larger size, which I didn't use. So there we go. That's those extended arms there. So I just needed the bit in the middle, which is 200mm by 200mm for the sizing of that. And you get a little fixings on it, and a few other things just to make it versatile. So yeah, for the money, 35 quid. It's yeah, pretty good. But it's that hydraulic arm that goes up and down. That's what you don't get in most of them. And apparently it does up to 55" there. So I'm running that display off this laptop here, and this laptop has full HD. It's a full HD screen on it, and that actually, believe it or not, is a bit of a problem displaying some applications that you may want to use, especially Picoscope 6 and maybe a few others. But anyway, I'll get into that. The HDMI is plugged in there, and normally on the laptop, the Windows 10 will recognize that and it'll just display it. And then you have to, select the HDMI port that your TV is running. So it's what you want to show on the TV. So that's fair enough. That's pretty straightforward. And you go into the TV and you can adjust the aspect ratio to make it fill the screen, and that's pretty clear cut. But on the settings on the laptop now, the settings on the laptop can be important depending on your laptop. As I say, this in here is full HD, so there's quite a high DPI setting on it. So anyway, if it's not displaying correctly for you, you can hit Windows and P, and that will bring up that on the side there. So that's selecting your displays, so PC screen only duplicate, which is what it's in at the minute, and is probably the default. And then this other one is extend, and then you have second screen only. So you're probably better just run it in duplicate all the time, but what you can do is change it to extend. So this is what that does. So you could open up an app then, and you can drag it across. You can drag it off this screen and onto your other screen. So now the cursor is on the big display. So I'm controlling it from the laptop, but nothing's happening on the laptop screen. It's all on the extended screen. So yeah, so for my setup here, I don't really see that as an advantage, but you can do that if you want. So for me to do anything, I'm watching the big screen all the time there, and yeah. But in this particular case of VCDS, I would have to resize this app to fill the screen. So that app was perfect for the laptop screen, but now it's no good for this screen. So I'll go into another wee situation where an app doesn't work very well in this and what you can do about it. So in this example is Picoscope 6, and on the camera here it might look okay, but on the big screen close up it's actually not great. If I look closely at it, the font here, it's actually a wee bit blurry. And that's nothing to do with the big screen. That's nothing to do with the big TV. It's on my laptop, on this laptop, because it's an HD laptop. And it's an FHD, full HD screen on it. It doesn't display the best, but there is something we can do about that. So if we right click on the icon, go into properties, go into compatibility, and see that down the bottom there, change high DPI settings. So click that and tick these two boxes. Now really you only need to tick that bottom one. High DPI scaling override. So if we click that, OK that, hit apply and hit OK, and open her up again, and you see the difference that makes. So those changes made, again, it mightn't come out in the camera just as much as what I can see here with my own eyes, but the writing here is an awful lot clearer if you do that change. But that's only if you're having a problem with an HD laptop. So you know, it may not be the case for whatever laptop you're running. And the font is a lot clearer on the laptop itself here when you make those changes. Now, on Pico 7, I haven't really seen, I didn't really need to do that change, but it's more so on Pico 6. So still have the box set, that TV, just to finish off, and there you can see the model of it there. It's Chromecast built in. It's got that Harman Kardon speakers, which seem to be quite good, because a lot of these TVs, the speakers are rubbish. 40 inches, smart LED, Ultra HD and all that, and as I said before, I bought that in the supermarket. £299. Now, normal viewers of the channel, regular viewers of the channel will know there is no links. I am not promoting this product. I do not work for Sharp. This is something that I bought out of my own money, which is like everything that's on this channel, everything in this garage, I bought myself. There's no promotions on this channel. So it's up to you what you want to buy. This is just the one that happened to be in the shelf when I was in buying my shopping. So that was it, and I just took a fancy to it and I stuck it on the wall and away I go. And yeah, I think it's a great job. I'm really happy with it. I don't believe Sharp actually make this TV. I think Hisense bought that, and the Sharp is made under license. A lot of TVs are like that now, Toshiba, Philips, all that. These guys don't make TVs anymore at all, unless that situation's changed. But anyway, it is what it is. It's pretty generic, and you know, for the non-Android version is 269, I think it was, and this one here was 299. But anyway, okay, I think that's it. Waffled on for long enough. Hopefully a few of these wee settings or maybe help you along with things, and just show you a few wee things. No promotions. I'm not selling you anything. It doesn't make any difference to me if you never buy that. So all the best. Maybe find it useful, I don't know, but you can talk to it once you pair the remote with it.
This is the definition of paradigm.
What?
A typical example or pattern of something, a pattern or model.
This never happened to the other fella.